Hey there! Today, we're going to talk about something awesome. How to enjoy a delicious dessert without that awful sugar crash that always seems to follow. Let's jump right in. You know the feeling, right? You eat something sweet, it's amazing for about 5 minutes, and then, boom, the crash hits. You feel tired, sluggish, it's the worst. But what if I told you there's a way around that? A really simple trick to have your treat and actually feel good afterward. So let's get into the secret. The key to enjoying sweets without that energy roller coaster isn't about restriction, it's all about strategy. And there's this one core principle from managing your blood sugar that is just a total game changer.
Okay, so what do people usually tell you? Just avoid sugar, right? And look, that can work. But for most of us, that's just not realistic in the long run. The real secret is way more interesting, and honestly, a lot easier to stick with.
Because it's not about what you cut out, it's about what you combine. The magic is literally in the combination of what you're eating. If you pair foods the right way, you can completely change how your body processes sugar. No more of those crazy energy spikes and slumps.
And here it is. This is the magic formula. Protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Think of them like a team. When you eat them all together, they slow everything down. They slow down your digestion. That means any sugar you eat enters your bloodstream way more gradually. So instead of a sharp spike, you just get nice, stable, sustained energy. It really changes everything.
Okay, so that's the theory. But theory is one thing, right? Let's see how this actually works in the real world with a practical, delicious example that puts this exact principle into action. So, check this out. We're going to look at a super simple, nutrient-packed strawberry treat that's the perfect case study. It's quick, it's delicious, and most importantly, it's built around our blood sugar balancing trio.
All right, let's pop the hood and see what makes this thing tick. We're going to break down the ingredients so you can see exactly how each one is playing its critical role.
So here it is, laid out plain and simple. You can see our magic trio right here in action. The strawberries, they're bringing the fiber. The pecans and hemp seeds, that's our protein punch. And the coconut butter, well, that's our healthy fat. See? Every single ingredient has a very specific job.
Let's focus on the protein for a second, the chopped pecans and hemp seeds. Protein is so important because it helps you feel full and satisfied, which, keeps you from overdoing it. And in this treat, we're getting a fantastic plant-based dose from 2 different sources that work together to keep that blood sugar nice and steady.
Okay, now for the healthy fat component, the coconut butter. This stuff is amazing. It adds this incredible richness and flavor, but it also has a secret weapon when it comes to keeping your blood sugar in check.
Just 1 gram. That's the total amount of carbs in a serving of coconut butter. That's it. This is why it's such a superstar ingredient. You get all that creamy, satisfying texture and healthy fat without adding any significant sugar or carbs to the mix. It's perfect.
All right, so we've established it's effective and it's delicious, but it gets even better. One of the best parts about this treat is that it's unbelievably fast and simple to prepare. We're talking no baking, no complex steps, nothing.
Here's the whole shopping list. And it is a short one. This makes enough for 2 servings. All you need are some frozen strawberries that have been shredded, a bit of melted coconut butter, some hemp seeds, and chopped pecans. That is literally it. Just 4 things.
And putting it together couldn't be simpler. It's just a quick 3-step layering process. You start with the shredded strawberries as your base in a couple of bowls. Then you drizzle that melted coconut butter on top, and you finish it off with a sprinkle of hemp seeds and pecans. The whole thing takes just a few moments.
So what does it actually taste like? Well, the feedback is that it hits that perfect balance. It's tart and sweet, but not too sweet. You get that tartness from the strawberries, and it really complements the rich creaminess from the coconut butter for a flavor that's just really satisfying.
So, the big takeaway here is the power of combining protein, fat, and fiber. This strawberry treat is a fantastic example, but this principle applies to any meal or snack. Now that you know the secret, the real question is, what will you balance next?